Right, getting frustrated now. I've just done a 11-minute video on Keystones. Tell you about Keystones. I'm going to do it again because it's important. It didn't record on photo booth. I'm really thinking about scrapping the photo booth now and going onto camera. I'm wasting so much time. But Keystones is so important, I'm going to have another go. Right. This is critical path analysis. Right. When you do critical, I'll keep this brief now. I won't go. I'll do an extended one later date on the machine downstairs. Critical path analysis is the optimistic and pessimistic and optimum key times for the project. Now, what you do there is you track your projects on the critical path, and you do in parallel tasks. You try to do 3 tasks at once. You might be listening to a recording on the phone, and at the same time clicking on screens and checking the values on a screen. That was my job at Veristar. I had to listen to contracts being made by the sales team, and as they were doing it, I was clicking on screens to see that they'd made the right comments. And I had to do 4 contracts an hour. And when the sales people went off track away from the script, it was very difficult to do. You could get 21 minutes, 30 minutes into a call because the salesperson has gone off track. But there was no discussing with Veristar. That was the fact. They just wanted 4 an hour. They were bullies. Right. I did a critical path analysis on that for Veristar. I published it on the Veristar proto page and with me Google links. And Veristar put a block on Google, so I couldn't report it to management. They put a block on it. I wanted to go to senior management about the critical path analysis because they were bullying Danny out of the job. Danny was not making his targets, and they wanted him out. They wanted him out of the company. And I did the critical path analysis for Danny. So the company blocked Google, which was their great loss because I was doing procedure manuals for the department at home. So that was Veristar's loss. Right. So what critical path analysis doesn't tell you what the keystones are in the process. And when you're doing jobs, there are things that might spin off other activities, and you want to focus on your keystones that will generate other tasks. You might have one task that generates 10. So when you do your plans, do a table. Do a table of Keystone. Task generates tasks. Right? Not been taught this before. It's just logical. And focus on the tasks that generate the most tasks. Then you can work on more tasks at a time. If you can get yourself working on 10 tasks, which I did with Veristar, with Sodexo on Y2K, I set up TDD batch testing and set up 10 parallel running test systems for assurance testing. Got me through the year 2K. That did. Testing it under batch mode, under TP mode, testing one function at a time. I'd never have done it. There wouldn't have been enough time in 2 years to do it. The system was that big. But I broke it down, and I did a SQL database to compare programs which were generating dates, and I identified programs and down to procedures which were actually generating dates, and then I generated the test data relative to the procedures, and then put an automated time conversion to it, to convert it from a 1998 date to a 2000 date. and I took production data out of the system by stripping out of an audit report. I did a strip from an audit report of production online data and passed it back into the system using batch TDD, and then parallel run it, and it worked very nicely. It got me through by year 2K, and there was no problems at all. It was dead easy, really. Once I got it set up and running, I had 2 years playing golf. It was dead easy. Right, there you go. I just told you how to do TDD. Right, there you go. Keystone. Take a note. Alan's done a Keystone TDD, which there'll be a training video called TDD. Somebody remind me. Right. Right. This is where I need aid memoirs. I've not got aid memoirs set up yet, so I need a program for aid memoirs to log keystones. All stuff I need to do for project management. I'll get there eventually. Make a note here on a bill. I've got a bill. Got Gatley signs for stationery, and find a pen. My pen isn't working. Yes, it is. Aid. I haven't got a pen that works. Right. That's a Genesis document. Just a note on your desk. Your desk is cluttered. Just keep a piece of paper to write Genesis notes, keystones, right? And then you can come back to it, and you can do yourself an MP4 file of what you need to do. So I've just done a specification for an Angular program on aid memoir. Right. Get Richard to do that. That's a task for Richard. I'll give him an Angular task. I'll see how he goes on with that. Task it to Richard. See if he can slot it in. Right. So that's task it I need to do, and aid memoir that I need to do. All right. Right, I'm going to stop now. I've told you about keystones. I've told you about critical path analysis. That's enough for this video. Otherwise, it's going to go and not record for me. It's 7 minutes. That's enough. So we're going to call this video Keystones, Critical Path Analysis, Aid Memoir. Right. Okay.